Hey, I'm meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk some mountain weather, and this is mainly going to be focused on the Pacific Northwest because that's where most of the action is. I actually blogged about this morning. Showed you the storm track, and then it was raining at the base area of Whistler, Blackcomb, and that's one of the big things in this parade of storms that stands out to me is the very high snow levels, at least initially. They will be dropping on Friday and Saturday, but I talked a little bit about that. And then also looked at a forecast snow plume I put together all the way through the 12th of the month for Rainier, Whistler, BC, Revelstoke, and also Jackson Hole. So go on there, take a look at that, christomer.com. And it's kind of interesting, and you can kind of see the effects even here at Schweitzer, northern Idaho. High snow levels. You can see it's mainly rain down there at the base, maybe mixing at times, but very high snow levels with this initial storm system. And then Friday, Saturday, then the levels will come down. But radar satellite, you can see very rich feed, well-defined spin on radar satellite, just pumping in that moisture. So you really have to go to the high volcanoes, the very highest peaks, generally 6 to 8,000 feet. That's the rain snow line today in the Pacific Northwest, so that's pretty high. Looking at the future radar and satellite, all that moisture streaming in. By the time we get to tomorrow morning, here comes the next storm. You can see it spinning, moving into the Pacific Northwest, and some of that tomorrow morning will brush the Tetons and parts of lower Idaho and western Montana. But nothing for Colorado. Nothing there in Utah, New Mexico, Arizona, or even Southern California. Just out of the flow. This is Saturday morning at 5. A little bit of cloud cover in Utah, but there's really nothing else there. All the action is up in northern Idaho, in Oregon, in Washington, and of course BC. By the time we get to Sunday, there is a little bit of moisture that may brush northern Utah. It's very light and minor, and maybe a little bit of snow right there into the Tetons. But then the next storm already spinning into the Pacific Northwest. So it's like 2 or 3 different storm systems that will be moving in there. And notice there's much more blue here over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday on this, up in the Pacific Northwest and in British Columbia, meaning that the snow levels have come down to probably 3,000, 3,500 feet at some point, so much lower. By the time we get into Monday, there's some moisture that may get close to the Wasatch right there, but there just isn't much there with it. Up in the Pacific Northwest, you still have snow falling. Whistler and Rainier, the high volcanoes, into the interior. Between Monday afternoon, and Tuesday morning, there just isn't a lot to be had across the Intermountain West. Again, you really have to go. I mean, there's some that kind of brushes the Wasatch, but there's really no defined storm system for the interior Rockies. It's all up in the Pacific Northwest, and you can see another storm hitting a little further north right there by Tuesday morning. Now, around Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's possible we get a storm that rolls into California with just a little bit of a river influence. That is yet to be seen, and it's shifting around in some of the extended numbers. But I'll keep an eye on that and see what happens. As far as accumulation goes, between now and you can see the numbers ticking up, and basically Tuesday evening, Tuesday morning, Tuesday at 5 a.m. 1, 2, 3 feet of snow up there between Whistler. And keep in mind the high alpine of Whistler will get a lot more than that number there. This is more about the mid-mountain, the low to mid-mountain. These are mid-mountain numbers. So Baker will get a lot, Rainier 3 feet. Just brushing, I mean, a little bit down there in Jackson Hole and the Tetons and the Wind Rivers, but nothing in Colorado. I mean, I've got an inch. That's probably optimistic for Silverton. Interior BC, Revelstoke does well once the snow level comes down, and that's the story over most of these areas. You can see some of the magenta into the interior peaks. If you're higher up, you get a lot more. All right, so there you go. Appreciate you tuning in here. Take care, and I'll talk to you later.